walk through it once more for us, please?
Booyah. Explain that.
You know, there's obviously something going on. There's got to be because the ghost's there.
God, what is up with this weather? The worst possible day to have to travel cross country. Honestly, the entire motorway is like flooded with 2 inches of water. It is so bad out today. It's starting to clear up. I can see, okay, it's literally now just starting to clear up. We've just gone through an hour of the worst rain you could ever imagine. He's got a puppy.
Yeah, we'll just shut gate and make sure that
Yeah.
get out.
Evening.
Hello.
Come in with your fag, you know.
Come in with it. Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh,
It's a very nice place to have.
Yeah.
Honestly.
have you ever been to a new house before? Have you ever done a new house?
Yeah, actually, I have a couple times. It seems that the property, like the land, ends up being more haunted than the house itself.
So I was asleep.
Yeah.
I saw something coming towards me like a shadow with my eyes still shut.
Yeah.
And as I've gone to open my eyes, I felt like 2 hands around my throat and I've been gasping for air. And I couldn't get my breath for 5-10 seconds. I was just sat up in bed, just gasping.
How long ago was this?
This was this year. This was February, March time this year.
Oh, okay.
I must admit my head was everywhere else because my mum had just passed away. Yeah. So what month was it?
It was February, March.
February, March, yeah.
Okay.
Just when your mum had passed.
Well, my name's Christopher Hart and I'm hoping that you guys might be able to find out who's playing games in our house. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't take drugs. And we used to have a corner sofa in the living room, and then we used to have a chair there. And then I just woke up, and the girl wasn't on the floor, stood. She was at the back of, I would say halfway between the middle of the chair. She had like a white, to me it was a white nightie and long brown hair, but it didn't scare me. And then pictures came after.
Do you have the pictures with you? I'd love to see. So you saw a little girl.
These pictures I got after, because I've been asking since all this has started for some images from local people, and I managed to obtain these.
Okay.
But these pictures came after I saw the ghost in the living room.
And do you know whereabouts this picture was taken? Just somewhere in town?
This is our house where...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that is... See, there, that wasn't the main road.
Okay.
That's the backs. So here's the back garden, the backs, where the coal bunkers used to be. And then you've got the backs of the road, and then you've got the school. There used to be a school opposite there.
Yeah.
I think it used to be Boys and School. I think it in them days it were.
No, it was called Springvale School. But
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you can see there. That's where my car is.
Okay, so you're saying that girl in that picture.
I'm not saying it is.
It is her, but it looks.
It looked a bit too.
Similar sort of clothing. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Very.
I wonder what could have happened to the little girl to make.
But these photos have been niggling me for ages because I've been trying to, get to the bottom of what was here before. I didn't know if it was just a field here before. Do you need that back?
And now you know that it wasn't?
definitely some houses here.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Have you ever felt scared or any kind of dread while in the house, or does it feel somewhat peaceful?
It seems peaceful to me. Maybe because it's gone on that long, I don't know. But when Dawn brought this thing that she did in bed, that happened in bed, when she brought it to my attention, kind of thought, well, I just wouldn't have thought Dawn would dream anything like that. It's not a kind of dream that you would have, is it? Somebody's got their hands around your throat.
No, not at all.
To me, and it's, Dawn's so laid back and placid. We've come to live with it. It's been there that long.
So, if you were to find out your house is haunted, right? We gathered some kind of anomalies and evidence. Would that make you feel more uncomfortable in your home, or would it still be the same?
No, I think I'd just have an answer. I know we're not losing his minds, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense, actually. Totally understand.
It's like I've said, when things have happened, I've said to myself, I look at it and I think, did that really just happen?
What other experiences have you had other than the sighting of the little girl?
Yeah, with the ball that comes out. I've got a list, to be honest with you. It's on a list.
A ball that comes out?
We had the dog, yeah. The dog, in fact it's Teddy, she won't sleep on that bottom step at the bottom with the sofa, with the corner sofa at the time so we could see the hallway. And Teddy was pushed off that bottom step and into the radiator, and she won't go back on it.
Oh, that's strange.
She would not go back on it at all. What else is there? When we're working from home, sometimes I'm up early doors, about 5ish, and I was working in that corner, and I had loose grey tracksuit bottoms on, and something's gone past your leg, literally, I can feel it, and I must admit, it made me a bit scared, and I think it was because it was really late, really early hours of the morning, everybody was asleep. It did rock me a bit, did that. But then I shrugged it off and just told Dawn the next day. We've had his names called out, very faint. I don't know if that's come after when Mum passed away in February. It was really, really faint. We've had that.
Well, I want to make a point on that, actually. I noticed you mentioned a lot that some activity happened after your mum passed away. Have you ever heard of the term after-death communication? It's a term we use in the paranormal field, which is quite common with those who just lost a loved one. It normally happens within the first about 6 months after a family member passes on. They'll try to kind of let you know that they're still there. Now, certain things that can happen during after-death communication, electronics can be messed about with. And it's interesting you brought up the TV. Hearing your name being called, being visited in dreams.
I'll tell you what my mum used to do a lot. I tried to explain, you on text, she used to go, used to do that a lot. And we've been hearing that as well.
Really? It could be a number of spirits here. You never know.
I don't know. It's ponytail. But what I find so strange is I would have expected all this to kind of happen at night. Since all this has happened, I've obviously do a bit of research myself. But I was in the kitchen. Dawn stood there. Ponytail. It went up the back of her head. That kitchen roll didn't just fall off. It pushed off, and there was something else, but I can't remember what item it was. And I said to Dawn, I said, "Look, that didn't hit you, so it would have hurt."
So this is actually quite fascinating. I'm starting to get a number of ideas of what this could be.
Milk. You mentioned the milk to him. We had two 4-pint milks in the kitchen in that fridge, and Mum was very weak. She had dementia. And there was milk with that much milk in it, and Mum was... So anyway, I got up, first thing I always do, fill the kettle up, and I go get a cup before I go to the fridge and saw that milk, and I felt it. And it was quite warm, you could tell it hadn't been out all night. You could clearly, thought maybe Dawn had done it. But I tested it with some more milk by the time I got up, and that was cold. And I just thought maybe my mum's got the smoke, because it's so light that because she was losing the she lost her memory, bless her, that she's put it in the wrong place, and maybe it's my mind working over time. It's what I seen what mum was like at the latter end, with what some of the bits that have gone on in here. It's.
Would that be a comforting feeling to think your mum was here?
I did actually get about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I got such a glow, warm feeling over my body, and I'd never experienced that before.
Yeah.
And it felt so lovely and comfortable, and I'd never experienced it. But boy, I'd like it again. It was nice. It was such a strange feeling that I'd never ever experienced before. Warm. It's like somebody wrapped me up, and it was just.
That sounds amazing.
And that was during day as well. Seems to be all day just about during day. Whispering, scratching in the cupboard. I've got my dog's ashes upstairs in the cupboard, and downstairs I've got my mum's cardigan under the stairs. I won't part with that. Dogs were in front of sofa, and we heard scratching. And the dogs actually went to the door under the cupboard to sniff to see what it was. Scratching. Night during the day.
Have you considered that it could be possible that maybe this house has a space or how do I put this? In say the dimension of space-time, you would think maybe it's on a thinner veil between this side and the other side. Maybe that's why your loved ones, your pets, your mother could be coming through, as well as the spirit of that girl from that photograph and whatever else. I mean, you never know. What we call them ley lines, but they're basically areas in the planet where we believe, this is obviously all theoretical, that the wall between life and death is a bit thinner and it's easier to come through. And most haunted houses tend to lay on ley lines. We might have to look into it at some point and just see if maybe this house does lay on one.
Interesting. I did have a clairvoyant come round here about 2 or 3, well, it was about 3 years ago, and she said there's a coal miner that passes through here.
Really?
But I mean, she's comes highly recommended as this clairvoyant. She's from Pontefract, and she's well known. And she came out here. Yeah, she said a coal miner passes through here. And that was quite a few years ago.
Yeah, but that's still something noteworthy, 100%.
Yeah, sweet out.
Well, so you are comfortable with us attempting to make contact with whatever?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's I think it's just getting answers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen Simon umpteen times, and I thought, God, he's going to think I'm crazy, but I thought, right, that's it now. So see if we can get some answers. And I hope you do. I mean, it's a long way for you to travel from. I just hope you do.
No, it wasn't too bad, just Manchester.
And horrific circumstances which obviously surround it. And that was the last message that you actually sent me the other day, and that was about the bloke.
Oh God,
yeah. I mean, when was that?
This was last year.
Year.
There's a house at the back of us, Andrew. Yeah. There's a garden, and it's a detached house. And the guy, he split up from his wife. Kids were involved, divorce, got messy. And he was on that much medication I could have walked through his body and wouldn't even known I'd gone through it. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and his mum knocked at the door. She says, "Chris, will you help me?" It's a tea towel round around, covered in blood. I mean, I'm bad with my nerves at the best of time. So anyway, I went round, and he was laid on the floor. There were buckets of blood everywhere. I mean, it took the wind right out of my sail. It'll take anybody's wind out of anybody's sails. Spy soldiers come back in the state they do. Turned him over, and he had a slit in his wrist. It was that wide, unbeknownst to me at the time, their ambulance parked in park there, and the police got him into the to Garden. In fact, there was a new officer on that, a new bit, even he couldn't cope. He were already dead. He stabbed his son out as well. His mum was obviously gone to get the knife off him, and she cut her thumb. It's still not right to this day. She's still having physio on it. In fact, she's moved into that house, and I don't know how she can move into that house, but she has. She's moved in, bless her. More so for her grandson who wanted to keep hold of something, you know. But he didn't have many money. He didn't have money worries or anything. He was, you know, his mum bought the house. It was just the breakup.
Is this house connected to this one, or is it just behind it?
It's literally just behind that house.
Really?
I can't go into garden anymore because she was struggling with her lawn over there, and I thought, God, I can't see, she's old. So they offered me help, and I said, Brenda, I can't do it. Come out.
Just because of the awful memory of it all. That's traumatizing.
It was horrific. I couldn't get the image out of my head for months.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't
I'm
imagine.
surprised. I'm surprised that you didn't end up having to have counselling or something.
The paramedic was there. She said, "Do you want to?" He said, "Basically, pat me on the shoulder." Well, I said, "You know," I said, "You guys, you do a brave job. You really do." And he pat me on the shoulder. He said, "Best thing you can do is what we do." He said, "Get some Fosters out of the fridge and have a few tins." And that was his attitude. And I thought, you know.
I suppose it's easy for them to say something
exactly
like that though, because they're dealing with this sort of stuff day in, day out, week in, week out, and for them to sort of turn around and just say, go get a couple of Fosters down your neck. It might take that feeling away for a period of time, but once that Fosters has wore off, you know, you go to bed. It's in.
Oh, it was there for months.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point we only let the kids play around the back, and every time I looked at the house, all I could see was Andy.
Yeah.
And I said to Dawn, "You're going to have to take the kids out," and that's past now.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Do you think that any of these instances could be relating? I know it's not. I know it wasn't part of this property.
So, what I want to know is, right now, do you have a pen and a paper? Because I think there's a first test I want to try to see if this is some kind of after-death communication.
After death communication.
Yeah, what I was wanting you to do is wanting you to write your mum's name on a piece of
All
paper.
right.
But don't share it with us.
Don't share it. We'll not.
We're lucky we found one with kids.
Perfect.
So do you want me to just fold it up?
Yeah, just write the name, right? Now, what I'm actually going to do, once you write it, I'm going to let the camera see you write it, but I'm not going to look. None of us are going to look.
Okay.
But that way the viewers get to see what they're looking out for.
Yeah.
So,
Turn away.
yep.
Yeah.
Just make sure we got it. Right there. Alright, do you want to show our cameras while we're turning away?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, fold it up nice and tight so we don't see it. And I think the first thing we do is just a little bit of spirit box here in the room. We'll use my radio first, we can try all yours.
Yeah.
And just see if the name comes through to start.
Okay.
Alright, so he got up and left the room and the REM pod is now acting up. Just keep filming it. That was interesting.
Yeah. Did it go up?
Yeah,
just went off.
you got up to walk into the kitchen and
And the REM pod went off.
the REM pod went off.
Wow.
We weren't recording obviously until it started, but
We got it.
well we got it on camera, yeah. Olivia, do me a favor, just keep it rolling.
I'm just gonna put the big boy tripod on for this one because obviously
Alright.
Do you do many private houses?
Yeah. That's we do special episodes on our channel where we interview people just like we are today.
you're doing one hopefully this Friday now, aren't you?
Yeah, I got another one this Friday, but I've done a number of them. They always do really well too. I mean, I think
It just shows, doesn't it?
yeah.
Really what is out there?
Oh, it's everywhere. I think the furthest we've ever traveled to do a private house was Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, Jacksonville, Florida, to meet with a woman who apparently was living with a demon, and It's interesting. Very interesting
Wow.
stuff. Well, for the filming, I'll need you on the couch.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. I think if I were weird there, to be honest.
Alright, so you walked by, you didn't go anywhere near the aerial,
No.
and it just went off again. Just want to mark that when you get up, for some reason,
It goes off.
it goes off. I'm wondering if you have some kind of... Do you want to test it one more time? Try standing up and walking to that couch. See if it goes off again.
Yeah.
What? I'm telling you, there's some kind of energy.
Is it?
I'm getting chills, actually. I'm feeling
Is
chills
it?
all of a sudden.
I'm not going out.
There's some kind of energy attached. Do you remember a minute ago when I told you my camera was blurring, meaning that there was something around you? Not just my family.
That feeling of being warm as well. It was just so weird. Really weird. Have you heard of that before?
I just want to note my camera, while you're talking about the warmth, just keeps blurring on your face for some reason. It's not focusing. Yeah, I think the viewers watching right now can see it's going in and out of focus, which can be a sign of something around you right now as you're talking about her.
So it's not focusing?
No, it keeps blurring, which means that there's something the camera's picking up on that isn't actually on the screen and not visible. So that's interesting. Every time you walk by, the energy, the electromagnetic frequencies of, that's basically what we believe spirit energy is made of, sets off the EMF.
Yeah, because Simon's
detector.
there and it's not going off, is it?
No, it's only happened now when you've walked by it. Alright, so you have that piece of paper with you. I do. With your mother's name on it. You know your mother's name, and we don't. So I'm going to call out and try and get your mother's name. And if you hear anything, let us know. Those who have watched already, you already know her name. If you hear it and we don't hear it, let us know in the comments down below. If Chris's mom is here, or there's a spirit here that knows of Chris's mom, could you please clearly with purpose say her name for us through the device in my hand, please? I heard someone whisper Chris.
It sounded like Anne as well. It sounded like it said Anne. No. Is the spirit of a little girl here? A little girl.
Did you say Jane something? That was weird.
Can you just say Can you just say the word yes if you just said the word Jane?
That's not the name, is it?
Begins with J.
Jane.
It begins with J, but
It's not Jane. Okay.
But I think I heard it on the first.
My life is torture.
What?
My life
The
is
woman
torture.
just said my life was torture.
My life is Sorry, Chris.
My mum was torture to the bloody end.
What, because of her illness?
Oh, couldn't eat or drink it and she was in pain.
Yeah. Ah, it could have been your mum then, that.
But I think, because you had the letter J, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I think on your first thing it said my mum's name, Jen.
Jen.
I just heard J.
Well, wait, but a minute ago I heard Jane. It might have been someone trying to say Jen in a
Could
different
have been,
accent.
but yeah, we'll see.
Jane,
Yeah.
it's very similar.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Okay, spirits. Well, I want to end this spirit box session for this time being.
Hold on, before we do.
Alright.
Jen, can you hear us? We're here with Chris. Jen, if you can hear us, can you say your name, please? What?
The baby?
Jen?
It was a baby. And my mum used to call the 2-year-old a baby.
Okay. Just give it a moment. Jen? Is that you? Can you say it's me if that's you? What?
It went, that is me.
That is me.
That is me.
Like I said, Jen, we mean you no harm. You only come with peace, love and respect. If there is anything that you'd like to say to Chris, your son, please use this device.
That was what?
He just like, get off the couch, lazy bugger.
Wait,
That's what he just said.
you heard "get off the couch, lazy bugger."
Yeah?
That'll be mum.
Yeah?
Seriously. Mum, that. Get off the couch, lazy bugger.
Really?
Exactly what it's like.
Turn that down for a sec.
Swear down kid's wife, yeah.
That's something your mum would
Mum
say.
would say, yeah, get off the sofa, you lazy bugger. You lazy bugger, yeah. Yeah. Got off on it?
Why not?
I was. Of course, I wasn't recording.
I'm not losing my mind.
No, you're not. The motion sensors.
Get in.
The motion sensors just went off on their own. Something just walked through there. That's incredible.
I've just turned that one off.
All right, turn it back on. See if it happens again. I stupidly was not recording. It always happens. Can you believe that? Every time something good happens. So there's some evidence for you there.
Yeah.
Nothing broke that motion sensor.
Something's walked through there, hasn't it?
Something's walked through there, but clearly nobody has.
Amazing, isn't it? It's not been a disaster after all for you, has it? All for me.
So, I'll tell you something. Have you got your central heating on at the moment?
Don't have it on.
Don't you have it on?
Have it on. It's that warm in here.
Because stood here is cold.
To be fair, I felt a breeze a moment ago while I was filming it.
I'm sat down there and I'm sort of melting into a puddle. But actually stood here, I mean, I know that you've got your door there.
It's a composite door though, it's
Yeah,
well sealed.
yeah. But just as I'm stood here at this moment in time, I do feel as though there's like, you know, like a coldness here. Have you ever felt that here before?
Yeah. Our bedroom upstairs.
No way. Okay, motion sensor has just gone off again. That's crazy. Somebody's just walking in and out. Alright, set it up again and see if we can ask for them to walk through it one more time for us. The weird thing is, the second time, again, I felt a breeze as I was
Yeah.
turning to film it, yeah. Which is common with spirit. Alright, step back, Simon.
Okay.
And let's just kind of wait and see. If there's somebody here and you are trying to get our attention, you finally figured out how, please walk through the motion sensor one more time. That's twice now you've done it. That was incredible. Can you walk through it once more for us, please? Booyah. Booyah. Explain that. It's intelligent. That's incredible. So, clearly whatever's here has figured out how to use the motion sensor.
I think you'll get more activity in kitchen.
You want?
Wrong.
Yeah?
I just think that's where the force has been, you know.
Yeah. Do you want to try the kitchen
Up
for
to
a
you,
bit?
Yeah.
no call. If
No,
if you guys have had enough, no problem.
No, you would know better than us. Right, so now that we've had some quite compelling evidence, I mean, how do you feel about it?
Happy, I suppose is the wrong word, but I am knowing full well that I'm not going around the bend and losing my mind.
No.
Neither is my wife. Say I still don't feel uncomfortable about it, but at least, you know, there's obviously something going on. There's got to be, because the proof's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Now, does this surprise you at all, or is this kind of like I knew I'm not crazy?
No, yeah, it does.
Okay.
No, yeah, I feel happier now because I'm not losing mind. Because, like I said, when I met Simon, I didn't tell him first time that I saw a ghost because I felt an idiot telling him. I'm going to go around bed and explaining this one. 100 times really happy. You know, it's I'm just so pleased that it's proven, isn't it?
Is Jen here by chance? Would you be able to speak into the light in my hand? Any spirit at all in the house, would you be able to speak into the light in my hand? Let us know you're here.
Can you actually drain stuff?
Can it drain stuff? Yeah, it can. Why?
The display's gone off.
What's going on?
That display's gone off.
On there? The British gas display. You just watched that completely go off.
It's never been off.
What, really?
Never been off.
Oh, that's wild.
Let's check see if it's not. Well,
Yeah. Does your microwave usually have a display?
first time that's happened. No, because it's dial.
Okay, but you just witnessed that shut off while we were sat here.
It's come back on.
Oh, that's wild. All right. Well, I'm going to listen back to this recording. That might have been a sign that that it was done it or something. So if you could just film while I listen to this.
Yeah.
Right, so we didn't get an EVP, but we did get that display.
It's gone off again.
You sure that doesn't just randomly turn
No,
off?
so it's constantly on.
Interesting.
And there's electricity running, so it's always lit up.
That's strange. Right, well, if it turns back on while we're sat here, that'll be too
No,
dangerous.
look how much it's using.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let's see.
Uh,
If there's anybody here at all... Here, I'll wait till Olivia's done.
Yeah, just 1 second. Let me just put this out.
REM pod's going off. Yes, that's 25.
Well, my arm was there, resting on the edge of the table. So,
Okay.
nowhere near the aerial.
so something's come through but don't want to communicate.
Well, they didn't give a response, a disembodied voice response, but they're definitely, whatever it is, it communicates in a different way. It clearly interferes with electronic devices, which to me
They'll
screams.
be explaining how the TVs were on this morning, I wonder.
Yeah. It's almost as if, because you say that doesn't happen frequently, if at all. It's almost as if they, or whoever it is who's here, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. It's almost as if they were excited and want to let you know that, you know, they were ready to communicate with the people coming over tonight. So, but to me, seeing as it's mostly electronic devices being manipulated, to me it screams after death communication.
Right.
To me, it screams a family member, because this is the most common, occurrences or type of phenomenon that happens when family are trying to let you know that they're around. It's affecting electronic devices, and so far we have seen a lot of devices being affected. So, if that gives you, at the very least, if that gives you any comfort or
Oh, of course it does,
happiness.
absolutely, definitely. I mean, obviously lots happened before my mum died, but I think if it was anything negative, you'd have picked it up.
No, it's not
It doesn't
negative.
feel negative in here,
No, not at all.
and I think the excess recent activities, I think it's what you'll say, after death, isn't it?
Yeah.
Experience.
So that's awesome. I'm
do you-
satisfied with that
I
answer.
am, to be honest with you, definitely.
How do you feel now that, you know, you sort of, you know, we've done what we've done, you know, we've possibly communicated with your mother on spirit boxes. Does that put your mind more at ease?
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I'm certainly not going to get the house cleansed.
No, there's no need for it.
I'm
If
gonna get
anything,
it done.
if anything, it's only positivity that this could bring.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Should be interesting. When you upload it, show me dad. I think my dad will be gobsmacked.
Sure, absolutely.
I just can't thank you guys enough. Like I say, it's gone on for a lot of years. Like I say, it's been more recent with my mum passing away. And she's obviously looking over her shoulders, making sure we're okay.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it, to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, my friend,
Yeah.
I just want to say, as I'm going to close up the video,
Definitely.
it's been an
Thanks,
absolute
guys.
pleasure. It really has
You've
been.
put a lot of years of mind at rest.
No worries, no worries. Right, guys, so I hope you did enjoy this episode. Chris has been an absolute rock star letting us come here and investigate his home. I honestly believe that we may more than likely have come into contact with his mother in some after-death communication. It's something incredibly beautiful. If you guys did enjoy this video, though, right there is the link I want you to click right now. Don't even think about it. If you love this video, you're going to love that video. And I think me and Chris this time will end it, as we always do. 3, 2, 1.
Do you believe
yet?